Here we go in Acts chapter 9. And what's going to be really interesting is we're going to be shifting emphasis here, because up till now we've been talking about, the original batch of disciples and how the Holy Spirit was poured out and what they did. And we've mostly been dealing with people that we were kind of familiar with. And now all of a sudden we get this introduction first to these 7 people who are really admirable people. And then we're going to meet somebody really spectacular here in chapter 9. It's a guy named Paul, or Saul. And we sort of hear about him a little bit in chapter 7 and chapter 8. But here we get introduced to him. First of all, let me tell you, Saul didn't change his name to Paul. He always was Saul, and he always was Paul. Paul is his Roman name, and Saul is his Jewish name. And depending on what context he was in, they, used different parts of his name. What we need to understand is that Paul tells us later in chapter 26 of the book of Acts, it was his intention to kill the people who were following the way or following Jesus. Now, other than Stephen, we don't know how much he participated in that. But he said, whenever there was a vote to persecute Christians by killing them, I voted for them to die. And so we meet him as a bad guy who we're going to see how God renews his life. Do you have a past? God can move you beyond your past no matter what it is.